Hey, what's good, you guys? Hope you guys having a great evening tonight. This is your boy Bill Mahari here, representing MehariNation Sports Podcast. Salute to the entire LDBC. Salute to the greater basketball community. We're gonna have ourselves a little post-game show today in reflection of the Los Angeles Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks just beat the LA Lakers 111 to 104 in a very compelling game to say the least, though, guys. I mean, watched the game from start to finish on my laptop, and I was very impressed of the Milwaukee Bucks and how they performed today, though. For all the new people that are just coming in, make sure to hit the like button and hit the bell icon to get all the latest notifications when I do go live as well, guys. We just not just do basketball, but we also do boxing and other stuff, other topics there too as well. But I wanted to particularly talk about my thoughts on the game there too. So, particularly when you look at the stat sheet of the game there too, though, guys, is that as I take a look, as I fix this something real quick. So the way this game really turned out though tonight, though, guys, was that the Milwaukee Bucks did really showed their ability to defend. They're the top best defense in the NBA for Pacific region. They did an excellent job of active hands, getting their hands on passes. They did a great job closing out on the shooters, though, too. Even though the Lakers were able to hit some three-point shots, they were basically a lot of contested three-point shots. And, LeBron James and AD, started very slow off of the gate and really put themselves behind the eight ball throughout most of the game. They was down by as least many as 20 points into the second quarter of play there. Even though the Lakers made their runs in the second half, they just could not able to keep the game close enough to where the Bucks felt in danger too. And so Giannis Antetokounmpo really impressed me tonight. Not just on his ability to score there too, but how he was able to score there too. Think about this though, guys. He had 5 threes on the night. He was 5 of 8 from 3-point range. That's really impressive to me because it really showed me how much he has really improved his game over leaps and bounds since 2013. Okay, you know what I mean? Because back then you would dare Giannis to take jump shots. You try to force him to shoot the jump shot. You try to take away his driving lanes and force him to take jump shots. But you know what? The salute to the Milwaukee Bucks for what they've been able to do. They were able to, build a team around Giannis' abilities by putting in shooters on the floor to make sure that the floor spacing was open for Giannis to do what he does best: drive the ball to the basket, get to the cup, and also create havoc on defense. And one of the things that really impressed me in the game there too was his ability to drive and also force the defense to collapse there too. He would have 3 to 4 Laker defenders in the paint, and particularly one of the shooters would get open too, either a George Hill or a Wes Matthews or a Dante DiVincenzo or even one of the Lopez brothers too would get some open looks there too. Now, this is really a game that really showed two of the best teams in the NBA right now. And the way I saw it there tonight, I felt that the Milwaukee Bucks really showed a lot of their abilities to defend and hit a high percentage of their open looks. Because when you look at the stat sheet there, as I see right now, the Bucks hit 16 threes. They were 16 to 39 for 41%. And as a team, they shot over 46% there too as a whole entire game. The Lakers shot only 21% in the first quarter play, which really told the story how the Lakers really approached the game. They were really slow out of the gate. They weren't really engaged on the defensive side of the ball, and they allowed the Milwaukee Bucks to get a lot of shots from the outside. And I'm gonna say this too off the bat there too. One of the big problems I've seen with the Lakers right now is that there's just not a lot of diversity in their offense. They particularly look for Anthony Davis to try to at least bail them out. And Anthony Davis, he did an excellent job. He had 36 points in that game, but he had to take a lot of shots there too. You know what I mean? Because the Lakers right now, the offense starts and ends with LeBron James there too. And missing Kyle Kuzma really did hurt the Lakers in terms of the spacing and another scorer that you can also give the ball to at least try to create some offense as well. But I think that when you look at the game of its entirety there too, one of the big problems I'm seeing with the Lakers is that their bench. There's not much production coming off the bench. While the Bucks right now can throw three more guys at you off the bench there too, because remember George Hill is also comes off the bench for Eric Bledsoe as well. Dante DiVincenzo comes off the bench. Robin Lopez can come off the bench, okay? And particularly, they can go 3 and 4 guys off the bench there too. And right now, the Bucks right now, they have a team right now that's going to not just can beat you from the outside, but because of Giannis's ability to create attention for himself on defense, he's going to have more opportunities to be a playmaker there too. You understand what I say? Hey, what's going on, Tony Dore? How you doing, my man? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good night so far. You feel me? And another thing that really kind of disappointed me about what the Lakers were doing was like LeBron's, lack of assertiveness, and particularly in the second half, really, really disturbed me once again. Because listen, I saw at least about 3 possessions in that fourth quarter where he would have either Brooke or Robin Lopez, guarding him. And I'm sitting here on the television screen with my friend of mine because we were hanging, because I was basically watching the game at my friend's place. And I looked at LeBron like, dude, go at these guys. Like, drive the ball, look to get fouled, look to get to the free throw line. And many times I feel like LeBron can be a bit too passive of what's going on out there. And as a result, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You have to lean more too much on the shoulders of Anthony Davis. And unfortunately, that's going to be a bad combination if the bench doesn't improve and if LeBron does not, play with the necessary assassin level to really get the Lakers jump started on offense. You understand what I mean? So I really felt that, tonight that the Lakers, got themselves behind very early. And even though they made their runs, in the second half of play, they just could not make the key stops that really made the difference in the game there. And as long as the Milwaukee Bucks can get that kind of production from their shooters, you know what I mean? And if Chris Middleton can get out of his shooting funk since coming back from the injury, I'm telling you right now, the Milwaukee Bucks look to be one of those teams that could probably contend for the championship. And right now, the game that's going on right now is the LA Clippers versus the Houston Rockets there too. I might catch up on the game later on tonight. But but I just wanted to continue this kind of conversation. Now, I ask myself this kind of question sometimes. When I think of the Milwaukee Bucks, what do I think of? And you immediately think of Giannis. But there's more to the Milwaukee Bucks than people tend to realize. This team is sound defensively. They share the ball. They move the ball. And they do a good job of spacing the floor for guys like Middleton and for Giannis to go in there and score in the paint defensively, okay? And on the offensive end, I should say, okay? With the Lakers, it goes through LeBron and it goes through AD. Now, one of the big concerns I have with AD is, and also keep smashing the like button, guys. You know what I mean? One of the big concerns I have is that KCP is just not that guy that is going to do it. He just is not. I'm just not. I'm not so. I'm not. Was never sold on KCP as a starter. Okay, he's more of a role player off the bench more than anything else, and it's going to be tough to try to get a guy like an Andre Iguodala on your team because even if you get him on the team, he still has his issues shooting the ball there too. Even though you have another versatile defender too as well, but also there's also sometimes I always feel like there's always a lack of assertiveness from LeBron James that I sometimes notice a lot in games. Like sometimes he can just try to move the ball around. And when you're the most dominant player in the game there too. Hey, Drew Titan, Bronze on deck. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Brooke the Child Boxing, what's going on there, brother? Y'all make sure to subscribe to both Drew Titan and Brooke the Child Boxing there, putting out good content for the LDBC. Okay, so here's what needs to happen for the Lakers from here on in. They need to improve that bench. That bench, let me tell you something. That bench needs production. Not just minutes, but they need production and scoring, okay? If they don't get anything off of that bench, it is going to be one of their Achilles heels come playoff time. Okay, because right now, between the two LA teams, between the Clippers and the Clippers right now have the better bench than the Lakers do. Okay, and they only had 8 bench points the entire game. That's not going to cut it. All right. That's not going to cut it at all because you need guys not just to defend, but also also not just to shoot, but also give some minutes while AD and LeBron are getting some valuable time on the bench. Okay. Now, truthfully though, guys, both these teams are gonna relook at the tape and they're gonna have to really improve their games from here on in though too. Now, the Lakers had 18 turnovers in that game there too as well. A lot of reckless ball handling and some unnecessary passes that really was not caused by the defense. It was more on their own recklessness. So I'm sure both these teams by now they're gonna look back, and review the tape and think about what they need to do to get better there too. Okay, now if we get this kind of a flow of this kind of game from them tonight, and if these two teams do meet in the NBA Finals, it's going to be an epic classic. Okay, I I really think right now that Giannis is right now above LeBron James and what he can do right now. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't wait for all of the LeBron fan lovers, like the Nick Wrights, the Shannon Sharps, the Chris Broussards. Okay, I can't wait for all those defenders on all these talk shows to try to make up all the excuses of what LeBron wasn't doing last night and not give any respect or any credit to the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's really a shame because the Milwaukee Bucks right now they're playing excellent basketball and they get little to no respect, which is an absolute shame in my opinion at least. They're like the team they're like Rodney Dangerfield of NBA basketball. All right. And they get no attention, they get no respect until they win the championship. And it's a shame. Okay? Because at the end of the day, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, the Bucks need to win that championship to gain their respect. And unfortunately, exception of a lot of the hardcore basketball fans like myself that do always give that kind of respect every single time. Unfortunately, that's not always going to be the case with a lot of the casuals and a lot of the biased media that doesn't give that kind of respect every time. Okay. So Tony Dore says, worst case scenario, what if AD gets injured? They will need bench depth. Yeah, that's good. Listen, I've talked about this on Ticket TV's live streams too. See, the problem with AD is that he just is not a guy that's proven to stay healthy throughout his career. So I think right now they really need to start thinking about getting another stretch five that could really help space the floor for LeBron James to do what he does best, and that's penetrate. That's where I think the loss of the DeMarcus Cousin is really going to be, is really going to hurt them down the line there too. Because when you had DeMarcus Cousins coming off the bench, or you put him in the starting lineup there too, he creates more space on the floor there too, because he can also shoot the ball and he can still post up there as well. Even though that he's been going through a lot of injuries the last couple of years, he's still a valuable player that you can definitely use in a lot of your schemes. Okay. And I think right now, the Lakers right now, they really have to think about getting another shooter on the floor there too, or another offensive creator that can also break the defense down and really set it shots up for other people on the team there too. Now, the one thing that I'm gonna be looking forward to as the season progresses there too as well is how both of these teams, look at this victory. Do they look at it as a major highlight of the season, or are they going to look at this as if, okay, we just needed to improve on a couple of things, and we'll get things back on track. That's the kind of thing I'm going to be looking for as the season goes on, you guys. And I really think right now, the Milwaukee Bucks right now are got much more of a complete team of what they can be able to do. But also at this point there too as well, the Lakers just need a few more pieces on that bench to really complement both LeBron and AD. Okay, you know what I mean. So That's just my opinion on the matter, though, too, guys. But it was a really exciting game. It was really fun to watch, and I was very impressed of how Giannis was hitting shots from the outside. And the really improvement thing, the really one thing that really showed the most kind of growth and improvement from Giannis is that he took the first three and he airballed it, okay, and then he comes back and then switches it right down the net. That's growth to me because a couple of years ago he would not. If he missed 1 3, even if it was an air ball, he wouldn't even take it again. So for Giannis to push himself to take more catch and shoot situations and to hit open threes, that's going to add a major dimension to his game. If he could also include having the mid-range game there too, we basically can post up or you can shoot 15 to 16 feet away from the basket there. I mean, he's going to be a nightmare because then you're going to have to pick your poison. Are you going to let him shoot the basketball, or are you going to deny him from shooting the ball and allow him to do what he does best, and that is get to the cup and finish above your head? So, it was really eye opening and really humbling to see how Giannis has been able to grow as a player. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Tony Dorr says that Kevin Love for draft picks. He's laughing. He said, "Sorry, I had to crap on Cleveland like that." Well, the Cleveland's going to have a huge makeover of their team right now because it's been some ugly basketball over there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? And I don't feel sorry for Galen Dillard at all. I really don't. But that's just how I see it, though, guys. You know what I mean? It was a really fun and entertaining game, and a lot of good stuff came out of it there, though, too. And also, congratulations to LeBron James too. He's now passed Gary Payton ninth on the all-time assist leaderboard there too. I mean, it's just impressive how LeBron, can really pass the ball and really can see the whole floor there. I mean, he doesn't have the assassin mentality of a Michael Jordan, but he's so good at so many other things on the floor that it's just really impressive how he could pass the ball for a superstar like himself. You understand what I'm saying? So it was fun tonight. I really enjoyed the game. You know what I mean? And next week we got a lot of Christmas games on the list there too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it down here for now, guys. But I really appreciate all the love and support there too, guys. Though as well, it was a really fun night. It was a really fun night to watch that great basketball there too. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch the Houston Rockets and the LA Clippers there too. We're gonna have basketball conversations in the morning at 9 a.m. Central Time tomorrow because I gotta do some Christmas shopping later on tomorrow night in preparation for my trip to Los Angeles. So I'm going to see my nieces and nephews there too, guys. So for Christmas and New Year. So early time for basketball conversations, 9 a.m. Central Time, right here on this channel. It's going to be an hour before Trill Boxing Talk with 7 Sports TV and Black Fight Fan TV. Don't miss it though, too, guys. We're going to talk about all the games that happened yesterday, happened here tonight, and give my thoughts on the Rockets and Clippers there too, guys, and where all these teams go ahead from here, though, too. So, but appreciated all the love and support there, you guys. Make sure to smash the like button on the way out there, too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Bill Mehari, representing MehariNation Sports Podcast. Salute to the entire LDBC, and have a good night, guys.